It's a constant look over your shoulder.
It's scary, you never know what's coming. You could go to sleep and the next day is completely different. You never know what's coming next.
Since got out of jail last month, it's just been hard because nowhere else will take you off because of your record. Yeah. I mean, and the places that will take you are all full up.
Not having a shower, not having any food, not having somewhere warm, just being on your own, it was horrible.
Nightsafe is a young person's homeless charity. We work with young people aged 16 to 24 up to their 25th birthday. We work with anybody who's either homeless or at risk of becoming homeless. That includes people who are sofa surfing, of no fixed abode, people staying in accommodation which might not be very stable for them or might be unsuitable for them too.
What we are about doing is empowering young people, not creating dependency, but empowering young people and moving them on. So it's very much about, okay, you're here. Where do you want to get to? How can we help you get to where you want to be?
Young people are really struggling with benefit sanctions. If they miss an appointment, or sometimes they get letters, they use us as a care of address and they'll turn up for the letter at 12 o'clock and their appointment was 10 o'clock in the morning, and because the letters coming to us and not to them, then they miss those appointments. Those young people are getting sanctioned on benefits, so they're not getting any income for up to 12 weeks, which is really, really difficult for anybody to be without any money for 12 weeks. We've heard some horrific stories of people had their sleeping bags set on fire, they've been urinated on, they've been attacked while they're sleeping, and obviously it's just the levels of risk being out there. It's not a safe place to be on the street.
Well, it started, I was 16, I had a fallout with my dad. He didn't agree on what I thought was good at the time. He then threw me out. I think it got too much for him. And then I think it was about 2 weeks or so, I was out on the street, just nowhere to go. It was horrible not having a shower, not having any food, not having somewhere warm, just being on your own, it was horrible. You see, I didn't have money, so I resorted to stealing. I kind of still feel guilty about it, but that was how I was eating. I was also staying with friends at the weekends and all. Sometimes they'd help me out, so it was a bit horrible.
It was just through school. I had problems in school, I had problems at home, I had problems with friends, and it all just it's like a lot of short-term problems led to a big long-term problem, and that just went from there. I was on the street. I used to stay at my little train station. There's some steps, and I used to stop under the steps, and then I found out about here, and I came here. So I was like sofa surfing, or if I had nowhere to go, I'd go and stop there. It was really hard at the time because I was only about 16, between 16 and 17, so it was a really rough time in my life. It's scary. You never know what's coming. You could go to sleep and the next day is completely different. You never know what's coming next. It's so much worry. You don't know what's coming, who's going to be round the corner. It's cold. You hear noises and stuff, like it's horrible. You've got the wind blowing all over the place. You've got creepy crawlies and stuff. It's just grim.
Done some bad stuff in it. I went jail and I come out and I was sorted with a place in here. And then ever since I've just been in out of here whilst trying to sort a permanent accommodation whilst in and out of jail as well, innit? So it's been hard. But Nightsafe have managed to get me on the proper road now, innit? Like straight and narrow. I got caught for one commercial burglary, which I went to jail for.
Sure. Have you said you got a criminal record now? Have you?
Yeah.
Have you found that's limited you a lot?
Yeah. A lot of places look at you in a different way. That's what's good about Nightsafe. They don't look at you different to anyone else, innit? They look at you as the same as next man who's not been jailed. I want to get back into college, innit? I want to be able to get my own car, have a base, go to college, do what I'm doing, and then just make everyone respect me more, innit? Like everyone around me gain more respect.
A couple of months ago, there's a young gentleman that is quite a talented musician, and there was one day he was playing the keyboard, and he writes and sings his own songs, and he started singing about domestic abuse in the family and his father being an alcoholic and him pretty much raising himself from the age of 10, and he'd never spoken about that before, so it was kind of overwhelming for the staff and the people that were listening to it. was like, you know, wow, that's quite. He sort of didn't know how to take it, because he was essentially pouring his heart out while he's playing this song, and it didn't seem to affect him. He was just singing this song, and everyone listened to it. You're like, wow, this young lad's gone through a hell of a lot of problems and issues in his short life so far, and yet he's doing remarkably well. He's quite independent, and he's quite he's outgoing about what he wants to do and where he wants to go, and his accomplishments and what he wants to do. And it was just quite it was nice to see how dedicated he was to bettering himself, even though he'd had such a horrible childhood. Left on his own, domestic abuse, his father was beating him, so his father left him as an alcoholic, so he'd leave him on his own in the house while his father went to the pub. And it was sort of quite astonishing, that people go through that.
But since 2015 I've been coming in and out of the day centre, and it's amazing. Everybody gets along. Everybody has completely different stories, completely different problems, but we all get along like one big dysfunctional family. It is. And we're all pulled together by the staff. I don't even want to think about where I'd be if Nightsafe wasn't here.
Oh yeah, put it on Tinder or something. Get it on Tinder. Delicate man, Tinder. Swipe me left, swipe me right.
Is it 26 or 27? Cut that bit out. I can't think. That was amazing. Well done.
Now I'm in my flat. I'm living independently, kinda, with a lot of support from the guys over here. I'm heading to get myself an apprenticeship. I've had an interview today for my apprenticeship in health and social care, so hopefully I'll be doing the same kind of work that the staff here are doing, because I want to be able to help people that have been in the same situation as myself. And since I've started coming here, my confidence has just gone through the roof. It's skyrocketed so much. I mean, you can't get me to shut up anymore. I used to be one of them where I'd just sit there and I didn't know what to say or who to speak to, or I was kind of scared. And now I don't know, I've gone from down here to up here. It's amazing.
It's been brilliant. I mean, when I was 16, took me in. Didn't really have to, but they did do. They've helped me out a lot. They've helped me with my anger management. They helped me with counselling. They've helped me get into college. So they've helped me with quite a lot. I now know how the system works. I know how to budget, how to, pay for the stuff I need, how to look after myself a lot more. It's simple now.
Where do you see yourself going in the future?
A successful life.
What do you want to do?
Still not sure yet. I mean, I do want to join the Army Reserves. I've been waiting for that for a while. I'm kind of stuck between engineering and catering at the moment, so I'm trying to decide which one I like the best.
You just be there for you, don't they? Like, they're here to talk to if you need somebody, and it's just one of them. Like, you can't chat to your mates about some of the stuff that's going on in your life, but you can chat to these. Like, it's a base in it that we can come to if we feel like we need somewhere to go to get away from anything. We can come here. Because it's always open to us. So.
We've had a young person who stayed with us a couple of years ago. He was in the night shelter. He came and accessed the day centre. We got him onto the Prince's Trust 12-week course. He loved that, and he did a 4-week apprenticeship at British Aerospace. And out of the 14 people, he got kept on with one other young person as an apprentice. And he is now living independently. He's got his own car. He's got a job for life. And it's really nice to see that all he needed in life was that little bit of a leg up to get into the right place, to get the most stable accommodation, and to have the opportunities. I think our young people miss out on a lot of opportunities that every other young person would receive.
I have the best job in the world. I love my job, and I think I'm not alone in being an employee or a volunteer who would say that of Nightsafe. It's challenging, it's exciting, it's creative, it's on occasions very distressing, but it is the most rewarding job in the world to be able to do what we do. In terms of the volunteers and the mentors that we have, we've had a young person who, through the work of a mentor recently, has learned to read and write, and that's really that's changed that young person's life. And that is, so you can't quantify that, you can't measure that, but that's really exciting in terms of what that person has donated to Nightsafe.
I'd just like to thank everyone at Nightsafe for all the help they've given me. and hopefully we'll be able to move on to bigger and better things.
Sure. Where do you see yourself in the future?
In college with a peng bird in it.
I can't thank you all enough. I started here with such a horrible outlook on life, and you've just completely changed my life around. Thank you. Yeah, my life, it was all over the place. I was just a roller coaster of emotions, and now I'm headed on to my future. The minute you walk through the door, everyone smiles and everyone's so happy. You don't come in here and have a bad day. If you're having a bad day, this is a place to come.
So if people are feeling the same way, this is a place they should go.
We really rely on, and we are very incredibly fortunate in Blackburn with Darwin, is the generosity of the public. But those unrestricted funds that are generated through donations make a huge difference to the lives of our young people, because they're unrestricted, so we can do sometimes some very different, very exciting, very creative initiatives with those kind of donations from the public, and without that we couldn't do the work that we do.